At 5'8", weighing in 170.8 pounds, he is professional record undefeated early on. At 3-0, he fights out of Springfield, Mass. Introducing Pat, the Gorilla Ninja Casey. And across the cage, his adversary, fighting out of the red corner at 6 foot, weighing in 170 pounds even as a professional. 2 wins, 1 defeat. He fights out of Greenwich, Connecticut, presenting Castria, Slaughterhouse Gemma. And the referee in charge of the action, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, our referee for this welterweight matchup. Some great prelims tonight, and then of course the main card. 9 Eastern, 8 Central on Paramount. Good. Set for Pat Casey and Castria Gemma. Here we go. Red gloves for Gemma, blue gloves for Casey. Big kick early.
That was a massive kick that he took off the start of this fight. Pat Casey is a very aggressive fighter. He comes at his opponent, but he's got to be careful. Gemma's got great stand-up.
Gemma, all 3 fights in Bellator have ended in the first round. 2 of those victories. This is his time fighting here at Mohegan Sun. And now it's Gemma trying to close that guard on Pat Casey, the Gorilla Ninja.
Pat Casey doing a very nice job of moving himself from guard into half guard position. He's very strong in this position, and Gemma needs to try to work to get that leg free and get him back into guard.
Good start, good pace for our first fight. Gemma out of Greenwich, Connecticut. Casey out of Springfield, Mass. Looking to advance his position.
Wow, that guy's head? This dude that's bald, his head looks like a Tic Tac. What the hell? But he's like a fat Tic Tac.
His back on the canvas. That's smart ground fighting by Pat Casey. Keeping him on the ground. Although Gemma was able to get it back into full guard.
John, you and I were talking about Pat Casey, and you said he's somewhat of a brawler who likes to overwhelm his opponent.
Fucking internet went out again.
Oh, yeah?
Wagner's internet went out.
Oh, okay.
Also, and Barnes's.
Oh, okay. Time Warner. Spectrum.
So, by the time I joined back in, Wagner had got back in here, and he was already on the phone calling Spectrum. Barber's in here, like, dude, you just gotta yell at him. He's fucking sitting there trying to get through the automated, and it won't let him. Like, the automated messages, oh yeah, your service has been disconnected temporarily because you're doing updates and this and that. It would not let him go past that message to talk to someone. He's just screaming at the automated system the whole time.
Jesus.
It's like, no, I'm not hanging up. And it's like, we can't understand you. Please press a button instead of speaking. He's like, no, I'm not touching a button.
Hey, you want him to talk to it? Fuck it. That's funny.
I wouldn't even call that running.
Yeah, and then it disconnected us again like 20 minutes later. Came back. Every fucking night. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I honestly don't know how they have so many issues. You would think they'd follow up and resolve issues. It's like they have continuous issues that they're just not resolving.
Well, it's like, apparently when he called, they said it was due to them upgrading their services, which is why the modem is resetting. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure it's just some cover up.
Yeah, probably. It doesn't matter because you guys have nowhere else to go, so what are you going to do? Just not have internet at all? Like,
exactly.
Both of these men fought at Bellator 194 right in this building. Another nice takedown.
So I guess PlayStation's sending out random emails to PS Plus subscribers.
Oh yeah, for the
3 months of Netflix.
Yeah, I got one actually.
So the legal claim, it actually isn't too bad. I think it'll still
He's monitoring the damage, not taking a lot, and then
it'll just credit your account.
like you just did
Oh, for Netflix? Yeah, I can give it to my parents because they're the. I'm still using their friggin' Netflix.
Yeah.
Using it for control right now, and Gemma's free.
Gotta redeem it by the end of November,
he's got that
but
underhook. He's got the ability to get up.
well,
Casey just muscles him down. Nice
valid
job
for
by
the
Gemma to come
service
back to his
on
feet.
the 1099 a month plan.
That's tight right now, Mike.
For existing Netflix members, the value of the promotion will be credited to their existing account. So I think if they have the, even if they have the upper plan, like that's like 15, I think it still works.
Okay.
Not 100% positive, but I don't see why it wouldn't, because you're still spending a decent amount.
Yeah.
Gemma's got to be careful.
Interesting round, Mike.
Right, round one in the books.
He has no blood. Come on. Don't take us, go there. He has no blood. One can go. One can go.
Well, Andrew's home.
We have no doctor right here.
Here's that kick. Boom! That kick landed pretty flush. Right upside. It just caught him behind the ear. You see Casey react to it going down. He can't control his body, but it's not hurt enough to where it stops what he's able to do with the takedown. Here's your takedown. Gemma overextends with the kick because he had hurt him. Casey opening up on his feet. This has been the tale of Pat Casey being the guy on the ground and is able to control and do some damage. But in the stand-up, Gemma's doing bigger damage.
The stand-up game of Castriot Gemma is very clean, very accurate. He's got some power, and as you mentioned, he threw the kick early. Let's see if he can get off to a start. Every round starts on its feet. That's a good thing for Gemma right now.
You're exactly right.
Yo, guys, seconds out. Everybody out of the cage.
You're not 67, are you?
I don't think so.
Way too much time, guys. Come on.
How do you feel?
67.
Let's go. Fight.
Round two. Pat Casey in the blue gloves. The southpaw out of Greenwich. Castriot Gemma in the red gloves.
You can see when both guys come out and they're doing that high five, they got respect for each other now because both have given each other their best and they've both responded to it.
All right, beer beep.
Big swing by both men.
A shot off balance a little bit, didn't hurt him bad, but it put Gemma exactly where he doesn't want to be, on the ground against Casey.
Casey looked to advance to mount. He had it for a second in the first.
And you're looking, he's got himself in a crucifix position if he just thinks about it, but didn't realize where Gemma's arm is at. But he's got a good opportunity here to do a lot of damage if he sees it.
One arm trapped by the hips. He just got it free.
Yep.
So a good job on the bottom by Gemma. Still, though, not a great position with your opponent on top with side control.
This is a tough position. When you have someone in side control, you do not have a lot of offensive tools that you can go to. Your opponent usually has to make a mistake for something to be able to work for you.
90 seconds into the second round.
And what you're seeing with Pat Casey, this is shoulder pressure that he's bringing. That shoulder pressure it's tight. It's uncomfortable. The knees are just to open him up, but that shoulder pressure where you see him squeezing down, there's a ton of pressure there that people, unless you have felt it, it's hard to describe.
We'll talk about that throughout the night because Matt Mitrione talked about training all the wrestling that he had to do to fight Ryan Bader tonight. And he said Logan Storley can be 170, 180. He's about as heavy on top of me as anything I've ever faced.
Exactly, and that's what a good wrestler, a good ground fighter can do. He brings a pressure that is so intense and feels so heavy. You know what the guy weighs. You know, oh, he's a 170-pound fighter, and he feels like he's weighing 400 pounds.
The Gorilla Ninja, things going according to his plan thus far.
And this is the kind of fight that Pat Casey wanted. He wanted to get Gemma off of his feet, do damage to him on the ground, wear him out, take him into deep waters in these rounds to where he's exhausted and his ability to land that big shot when he is on his feet is negated based upon him being exhausted.
He's had 2 victories since the win here back in February at Mohegan Sun. 3-0, 1-0 is Casey inside the Bellator cage.
He's looking for that Americana right now, Mike. It's there if he does it right, but he's got to get that hand to the ground.
Gemma's got to do something, though.
Well, right now, fatigue and that pressure is starting to add up, and it's causing Gemma a problem. You're right, he does need to get out, but with what he's doing, he's going nowhere. Just getting his arm wrapped the way he is. There's things that he's doing. You're looking, you're saying, you've got to get that arm free. I want to get this as an underhook. I have to move my hips. If you're stationary, you're not going to go anywhere.
More of those knees from that side position, a la George Rush St. Pierre. And man, George would tweak those hips and practically break a rib with those knees from side control. Casey takes a look up at the clock, look at his corner.
This is a good round if you're Pat Casey as far as conditioning. He has brought everything that happened in that first round. It's not so much that he's in great shape, and it's not so his heart rate is so high. It's his muscular structure fills with blood and lactic acid to where everything gets tight and heavy, and you feel like, man, I can't move. This grappling situation right here is allowing him to get himself back to where he's in control, his body is relaxed, and he's going to be able to perform.
And John, Gemma just worked very hard to try to improve his position, and Casey was able to keep control. This time it's in the half guard.
He got it to the half guard, Mike, and just like you're saying, and that's good, but don't be satisfied with that. Let's start to move it to the next level.
Yeah. Under 30 seconds now, round 2. First fight of the night. Bellator 207, Mohegan Sun Arena.
Going for the arm bar. Not really.
Time, break.
No kicks, sit down, please. You hear what I'm saying? No kicks. Use your hand.
Here's that first punch that lands. Boom! Right there, right on the chin. Casey ducks his head down, but he brings that left hand. It hits Gemma when he's not expecting it. That's why he goes down. Not really that hurt. You see him responding right away. But these knees start to take your gas tank, and every one of them is punching a hole in it. He goes for a couple of elbows here. This is how he cuts him right here. Watch the elbow. You see the elbow strike? That's where he gets that cut from. You can see it starting to bleed already.
All right, let's go. Out of the corner, guys. Let's go. Go, coach, coach.
Getting set for the third and final round. Gemma and Casey.
All right, go to the final round. You ready? Final round? Let's go, Joe.
5 minutes remain. Watch for the head kick.
A lot of respect being shown because both guys know, man, the dude I'm standing across from is tough.
There it was.